Alright, well, we're on map. I'm gonna get started, and we're just gonna have to see how things go. It looks like it's gonna be infantry only. I know both sides have a support attack car. Op 4 have a... I see you're already making their intense plans, right?
Yeah, it's just the average FNF, gotta be careful, not walk into anyone.
Totally, right? Yeah, just hug the map.
No engagements until you're 3 centimeters out from them.
Yeah. I mean, let's see, we're on Ulakila here, so let me go ahead and get like a blue forest plan. Oh, well, nope, we're pushing in.
I forgot to delete.
Now that's just gonna be on our map the entire time. Good job, Dream.
Yeah, but it's pretty color. They added neon.
Yeah, no, they added a bunch of colors because people were apparently complaining that there weren't enough colors for them to draw, which... Okay, yeah, sure, buddy. Anyway, Blue 4 here, we've got 240 Humvee. They got a bunch of transports to work with, but let's go ahead and I'll do a breakdown here. So they're on the offense, so this is correct with Op 4 having the terminal and a cache. Briefing, mission details, it's 800 meters of render distance, 145 points, fortified color is going to be green. It's your... I don't think the 65 minutes right is technically 60. It has a 10-minute safe start because it's round 1, and the 50 minutes of the round itself. Otherwise, nothing on logged parameters. Blue 4 is going to be U.S. Army, so we've got Mark 18s with 320 GLs. Oh my god, Mark 11 S, I keep wanting to call it an SVD, but no, it's a Mark 11 Marksman rifle. It's SR-25. Actually, no, I think that's technically incorrect. It's just a Mark 11. 249s for the light machine gunners, Mark 18s for the riflemen, AT-4s for the light anti-tank, medium machine gunners get the 240 Bravo. They've got one Humvee with a 240, 4 transport trucks to transport Humvees. For meanwhile, your standard VDV kits, FNF's main standard, I would say, quote-unquote, is usually US versus Russia. And this is no exception. So we got AK-74s with GP-25 grenade launchers for the team leaders, SVDs for the marksmen, RPKs for the light machine gunners, PKPs for the medium machine gunners, AK-74s for the standard riflemen, and then RPG-7s with usually 2 rockets for the light anti-tank gunners. And all they get is a GAZ with PKTs on multiple sides. They've got one front and one rear. That thing, though, kind of sucks because... you're literally kept in a static position even when you turn the gun. Some turrets you can turn it and your body will move with it, but that asset, no. It just keeps you there, so it's very easy to just get headshotted immediately by a marksman. And even though FNF's time to kill is a bit fucking ridiculous in my opinion, usually a headshot will still one-tap you or at least knock you. Alright, who's our admin tonight? Is it Malin or somebody else? Huh?
They're playing the loud sounds.
Ah, okay. Good luck with that.
Immediately. It scared the shit out. Sorry, continue.
I do see Malin on the board, so I don't know who's playing admin, but we'll figure that out later. Since I'm over here, Op Force Command is Orthy Oliver. Alpha has Murray, leading Brown, Iqbal, Marstic, France, Jaeger, Patriot, Riley, Stallard, Emil, Harrington, Falcon, and Bay. They put Falcon and Bay together in a squad. Hell yeah, we're so back. All right, Vaughn's leading Delta with Ryan, Snodgepur, Bursty, Fancy, and Virtual. And then Foxtrot's being led by Wayne with Cats, Whiplash, Wise, Malin, Jesse, Dobbs, and Yanni. Blue 4, meanwhile, has Harana leading, with Swola leading Alpha with Tackleberry, Ash, Eric, Waldo, Slash, Major Khan, and Tomer. Leziak leading Bravo with Pingus, Nevix, Theon, Kabooey Face, Alex, and Gaming. Kremet leading Charlie with Horno, Cuboid, Lolo, Cheeseburger, Zoop, Raz, Rizbo, Depso, and Pogo _. Foxtrot being led by Wikicorts with Skipu, Grishowski, Batty, Rembo, Bama, Rocky 19, Slonziak, Templar, Serrana, and Pogrim. So a lot of heavy hitters on Op 4. But looking at the AOs themselves here, Op 4 starting at the destroy objective. The zone is literally this set of buildings, so obviously the cache is going to be somewhere in there. Blue 4 have to search the yellow zone because they don't get the exact marker for it. We do as spectator, and Op 4 does, so they know what to defend. But that one's pretty predictable, just in one of the 2 buildings. Terminal is exactly marked for everybody, and that is going to be tucked away in the first story of this 2-story building right here. Otherwise, AO is a mix of forests. It's Ulakia, one of my favorite maps at the moment. Looks like there are some some made bridges, though. Even offering cover on both sides. That is quite nice. So Blue 4, if they wanted to, they go all the way to the north and use these bridges and use the cover to bounce up to the AO. But Op 4, they have some really nice defensive positions to prevent against an assault like that. So we've got a lot of ridges around that could help separate Op4's manpower so Blue 4 can do a surgical strike somewhere. Blue 4 could also utilize the hills from the east and slowly make their way up the rocky terrain and then bound down from the rocky terrain all the way to the terminal and then utilize that same rocky terrain to get up to the other Op4 objective. How Op4 defends this, I would say have a few guys in the AO itself, but the rest, I mean, span out. The southern terminal is a bit tougher to defend because you can get pushed in pretty much 2 or 3 directions, either the east, the south, or the north, but the north you would hope has coverage from the other spots. But you can take the ridges and then slowly pull your forces back. I wouldn't pull back directly onto the terminal because there's not really a way to maneuver from the terminal to the cache. The cache is the most defensive position because you've got a lighthouse area with some rocks and some nice terrain to basically do some overwatch cover from. You've got a nice little ridge to the east, and I mean the only way you're going to be flanked from the northeast is from a really open bridge that a rock garrison can overwatch, or you are going to have opponents come from the south, or a ridge to ridge fight from the south as well on the eastern side, but there is a lot of big, heavy rocks here, and there's a big natural bottleneck that kind of divides the ridges and creates a bit of an opening.
They killed the pressman.
4-shot pressman?
No, they ran him over.
Oh. Why am I not surprised? But regardless, I think Op4 have a really good defensive AO here. They just need to be smart about when to pull their forces back, but they could definitely out-attrition Blue 4. Blue 4 is kind of screwed in the sense that the only really good plan for them is, honestly, yeah, put your forces along the ridge, have the machine gun car cover from the side. You can also swing additional forces around and utilize the northern forest here and then the high ground to kind of even yourself out with the Op4 ridge groups so you could potentially pick some off, but whoever wins this fight is just going to be whoever has the better marksman, because by the time you get right on top of the AO, Blue 4, if they're close enough, can do a smoke charge on it and potentially win, or Op4 just going to be able to completely repel any attack. There isn't really any terrain advantage that either side has. This is one of those rare AOs where there is terrain advantages for both sides, both on attacking and defending, so there's not really a way to see what is going to happen. But funny enough, there's like one major terrain feature that both sides are going to be fighting for, and if it's not a fight over that, whichever side doesn't use this terrain is probably going to lose, because there's not really any other strategy Blue 4 could do to win this one. Say they come from the south, I mean, this is all just open hell. The ridge is just going to overwatch and pick them off as they move in, drain their smokes, and then they're not going to have enough smokes to basically push up to the rest of the AO. They're going to get caught out of position and killed. They come from the north, they're going to get bottlenecked on the bridge. Yes, the bridges have some really cool buildings that they can use for overwatch, but they're still going to be outranged and outgunned and bottlenecked on those sniper positions and overwatch positions by Op4 machine gunners, which have, again, the entire set of ridges. So it's just going to be whoever has control of this ridge is going to win the game. It's that simple.
You know, if I'm just a marksman down there on Redfall trying to make my name, and I want to do some really, like, sort of maybe smart, but also really stupid, I may just island hop to one of the islands to the west, if they're in the area. There they are. Just stick a lone marksman on there. He can watch the entire southern flank.
Okay.
So, like,
realistically, I see what you're saying. That's going to be a really long swim, and I'm going to be honest, even though we have heavy hitters like Bay, Falcon, Malin on today, I don't think there's any marksman with an SVD in FNF that could make those shots.
Guess I'll be hopping on then.
Go on Op4, prove me wrong right now, because I'm just being genuine with you. Like, I don't think the SVD could do anything.
Depends on where you're talking from, because if you're... Okay, so look at the island to Delta. That is not a hard shot if someone is stationed on there. The issue is, and I'm going to say it, and everyone's going to laugh, the SVD in FNF is not a very good gun. Because of how time to kill and sort of those tweaks have worked, it's kind of turned the SVD into just a slightly better
plinking weapon.
It's a plinking weapon, you're right.
It's not... I want to clarify, though, it's not the SVD's fault. It's how FNF balances the PvP. Yeah. Like, we're watching...
The SVD is great.
I forget who it was last week, but do you remember watching the LAV have to mag dump the 2 crewmen?
Yes.
And then literally like put 2 or 3 autocannon rounds into a guy and he wouldn't fucking die.
Yes.
The gunner was DMing me going like, bro, isn't this such horse shit? I'm like, yeah, that really is. Because that's a 20mm autocannon round. If that is not insta-killing you, there's a problem. I'm sorry to say.
I think what they went for is FNF went for, they looked at the balance. They couldn't, I don't think they could get it perfectly. So they kind of went for a, let's make it, rather than you die immediately, make it so, you know, you have a chance, thus gameplay can be a tiny bit more exciting. But when you're getting hit by a 20mm autocannon and you aren't dying immediately because
Falcon.
a 20mm hole has been opened up in you and you have become a brand new sex toy line, you know, there's an issue there. But I also do think, like I said, I think one of the things people seem to miss about FNF, and safe zones have dropped, so fights are starting and shooting has already started. That might be Windows. Anyway, I think what people seem to realize is a lot of FNF comes, kills are really important, of course, but I think a lot of what it comes down to is the fact that sometimes a single guy can hold an entire platoon back because the entire platoon will be scared there's more people. And that's where I think like an SVD and a Marksman really shines in FNF, because you just plink and then an entire force stops. Because how many times have we seen an entire force stop, get out of sync with another attacking force, and then their entire attack collapses because they
get completely desynced out of the fight. Yeah, no, I've seen that plenty of times, but now with how high the time to kill is, if I was on the ground, I would not fear a Marksman.
So it depends on this. So it's really funny.
If they're not within 150 to 200 meters of me, I do not fear them at all.
Marksmen are no longer long distance shooters, and you know what? This is why, and I'm gonna build myself up a little bit here. This is why I think back in the day, I was a good marksman, because I sort of cracked this early. Is that as a marksman in FNF, your job. Everyone says, "Oh, you can sit back here and you can plink shots." It's like, no, you need to get close. You need to get within, as you said, 100, 150 meters, to get those insta headshot kills.
Well, I want to clarify. I only fear them at that range because then at that point they could potentially headshot me.
Yeah,
but like any marksman could. A good marksman, I'm gonna be honest with, an SVD and FNF, from what I've seen them get headshots as far as 500 meters. Not just for you, not just for anyone. Like, I'm talking in general. But that was when the time to kill wasn't BS. Because now when you have longer range shots, the muzzle velocity, not the muzzle. No, it is. The muzzle velocity of the bullet phases. Why am I saying that? The velocity of the bullet fades over time and slows down. So even if you get a headshot, it's only going to knock him. It's not going to kill him. So you're literally fine. That was, I think, a random GL or a grenade by Blue 4, but they're moving in on the ridges I called.
Wiki's dead.
Right.
Okay, now we go.
Rambo killed him with a GL on accident.
Incredible.
Absolutely amazing. But continue.
Okay, sorry. Fuck. Yeah, back. I mean, now you're right. You can. I mean, I think my longest kill shot with a marksman rifle, I think it was a Mark 11 Motto, and I think it's 650 meters, something stupid like that. Yeah, you can still get a headshot and get a kill, but the other thing is like how easy it is to just for it to plink off a helmet or it to just not register as a headshot. And I think that's one of the big things. Is a lot of people say, I could have sworn I hit him in the head, when you're hitting him in the neck, and that doesn't count as an insta kill shot.
Yeah, because that's registered as the chest damage, not the head.
Registers as chest damage. And then you've also got the R, you know, sometimes you hit him in the shoulder and it looks like the head, and you've got all this stuff. But I think it genuinely just does mostly come down to time to kill. I think FNF have, and they hear it.
Real quick, Delta engaging this Blue Force squad that is Charlie climbing the ridge.
Yeah, just to touch off, they hear it all the time about how time to kill is messed up. So I think they've gone a bit over rather than a bit under, and that's why I think marksman's you kind of need to be just behind your infantry push. But I think way too quickly. They have not got a
meter off, that would have hit Bursty right in the face.
But I think maybe they're trying to make a distraction for this.
That was beautiful. It took him 3, but he managed to get a GL right between Bursty and Fonz.
Oh, that one. Oh, that the hill saves Fonte, but that's what I mean. Like this, they engaged way too fast. Maybe as a distraction force for the rest of Delta pushing up on the ridge, but that force is going to push into the entire force of Blue 4. But they've kind of fucked themselves here because they can't really get down safely.
Yeah, how they do it is they'd smoke, and then they'd either climb down the steep ridge to the west, or they'd use the little sky bridge to the north and pull out.
And here's Yanni firing, I think it's Foxtrot firing over at this Forsuit. Charlie, Blue 4 have gone for a mass push, mass southern push fire line.
But they have at least actually over half of their force on the ridge itself for ridge control. Op4 divided a bit too much. They played a little bit too much on actual sector security. It would have been better if they had control of the ridge and naturally pulled out to keep Blue 4 pinned. So what this is going to create is Foxtrot's going to basically have their last stand there because there's not going to be any room for them to pull out unless they smoke and push to the coast and then around. But Op4 will have a lot of guys on that northern hill as well. They fortified it pretty well. But we're going to see a pretty nasty long-range engagement between Blue 4 coming up on the ridge and then engaging them, and then just a smoke charge into the objective. I think Blue 4's won this.
Yeah, so I'm interested to
tactically at least.
Oh, and that is the mistake right there. This Delta forward force is now engaging, and they may get a couple of picks. They have got a kill. This is the issue. I think, yeah, they wanted to go on the hill next to them, but it's too low. Getting behind Blue 4 here would have been devastating for them, especially if you have a GL.
That's what some Op4 are trying to do, though, on that hill, and that is a valid strategy.
Yeah, but what the issue is, I think they've engaged too early, and Blue 4 have now the ability to just pull off the ridge.
No, Blue 4's not going to pull off the ridge, though. That's a vital part of the plan. I think Op4 engaged when they had the opportunity, and now you're going to see these guys try to climb over. It's just, can these three players on Op4 be aggressive enough to make that push? Because Blue 4 are going to keep their tempo to actually push the objective, which is going to expose them to the flank, but can 3 Op4 make the difference? If this was like a full squad, or like 3 members of Scandi that can be that aggressive. Oh, there is a fourth.
Yeah, the Korvac wrapped around.
With the SVD, yep, so he's flanking. That was on Cuboid.
I didn't mean pull like off the ridge, I meant like pull back from Red 4's peak spots, but this is what they should have done in the first place. Korvac is doing the right thing here. Yep,
getting on the ridge, and now he's going to pick people off because he's within a few hundred meters with the SVD, and he can basically get headshots.
But I guess as a duo now, this works perfectly because they've got a PKM or a PKP on that hill that'll drive guys back
into cover, so they're static. They might get caught medicing, and then the sniper can just pick them off. Yeah, no, this is great dual tactics.
Yeah, this is great. So I mean, you've got Rizbo here.
The trick, though, is having your machine gunner in a position where he doesn't get immediately blown away with 3 rifles on him, and unfortunately, that just happened. He was a little overexposed. He wasn't on the top of the hill using the hill as cover. He was kind of in a divot, and 3 riflemen just filled him with lead.
And here comes Lolo. And this is where, I mean, the thing for Blue 4 here is that they sent their entire force this way. They can, like, push a small team of, like, 3 to just go and clean this place up.
Here's the thing you're not bringing up, though. That small Op4 team is pulling so much of the force on the ridge to focus on them instead of overwatching the objective. So now there's only a handful, let's see, about 40%.
Oh, there it is. Korvac gets a shot directly on Depso's head.
Yep, that's the headshot picking off we were talking about.
And
but
none of them, okay.
Korvac just got headshotted, though.
Okay. Kremit, really good eyes there, but this is the thing that happens when someone goes down in a group, everyone rushes over to look at their body, and it gives more shots.
What the fuck is Alpha doing?
Marksman. But this is literally what we were talking about earlier. Plans on FNF live and die by the fact that one guy can stop an entire attack because they get slightly scared.
Blue 4's Overwatch fallacy now, though. The rest of the low ground force in Alpha is now overcorrecting and going to the westernmost ridge instead of pushing in the AO. So all of the infantry, I guess the handful of it that tried to push the sector are now getting picked off by the stronger Op4 garrison in terms of numbers. And then Overwatch-wise, a big chunk of the Overwatch that was supposed to be watching that turned around to deal with the Op4 guys flanking them. And that is further causing less eyes on the town and allowing for more Op4 to pick off the trickling of Blue 4 coming in. So what we're going to see now... Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's literally like Blue 4 go, oh yeah, we'll mount this hill and we'll pepper them down. So when we do attack,
Dragon.
It's better. But then the attack never comes because no one ever wants to actually go and start facing them. Op4 become wise to this strat and they just dig in and take cover. forcing Blue 4 to then come out of their positions where they're caught on a, you know, an open ground assault. I mean, Mike's got the right idea, but Mike is getting naded and shot, and I think he had a second guy in the building just behind him who's now died.
So Blue 4 have about double the casualties right now. You're going to see Alpha get ordered off of this ridge and go join in, well, now Assault, because Mike just died.
Well, you can hope that
they're going to get eliminated by this garrison, and then Blue 4's remainder force is going to come down, probably be able to push out the garrison at that point, but then you've got literally the other half of Op 4 to worry about. By then you're dealing with about 2/3 to half of Op 4s for about 1/3 of Blue 4. Pushing the forces to the absolute west was a massive mistake. They should have had that force join the main force, but one thing Command couldn't correct, though, was how many Blue 4 got pulled by that 4-man team on that northeastern hill. So, tough to say if it would have made the difference, but again, Blue 4 just lost a lot of that Overwatch support and got whittled down, and here we are.
Guys, if you go play PvP, this is one thing to remember. Overwatches are great, but they should not be the be-all and end-all of your plan. I mean, with this ridge, it's great, and what you said before about holding it is perfect. But then if you don't have a dedicated attack force, holding a ridge becomes useless.
Pointless.
And the players on the ground obviously are seeing it differently than we're seeing it. We know where everyone is, and that's
Skip, we almost ate a rocket.
And that's fine, but you always need a dedicated assault force regardless of what happens, because this happens.
Yeah.
There's no one in between Alpha and the rest of the squad. Everyone is just firing down to one position, and that guy just got fucking deleted by a rocket.
Oh, yeah, the noob tube by Theon.
Yeah. So you will get pickoffs here, and eventually, maybe, Blue 4 will be able to whittle down Red 4 to a certain extent. But
well, the whole point of Overwatch is to start getting guns on the AO, pick off a few people, and suppress the rest. That way the main ground force can smoke and get right on top of those positions, and then either pick off whoever's exposed or throw grenades or satchels in the buildings that have garrisons and eliminate them at minimal casualties.
Oh, here comes Dog. Okay, that's the smoke. Yeah, and this is it. Now
Op 4's pulling back, actually.
Well, I think that's the right idea, because I think they've done their damage now, and they can pull Blue 4 into a... I mean, it's not really
another ambush in the middle. I mean,
yeah.
Op 4 is being defensive about this with their numbers. In the long term, it's a better call. In the short term, they could have held out a bit more through attrition, but I see what they're going with it here. They might have put some traps down via explosive charges, too.
But Blue 4 have taken so many casualties. I imagine squad comms are absolutely atrocious right now for most squads.
Yeah, if you look at Blue 4's casualties, you see that they're intermingled with a bunch of different squads. Bravo only has 2 people, but they're up on the Overwatch position, whereas the rest of them died on the Assault. Alpha had half of their people die in the Assault, and the other half went to that eastern or western ridge for some weird reason. There was just a bit of a weird mix of forces, and it just stalled Blue 4's maneuvering.
I think Alpha, for some reason,
yes, it's the Overwatch fallacy.
Into an assault and Overwatch squad, even though they had the Overwatch settled for them. They saw this hill and went, hey, we can maybe get some really nice picks off these guys, but they didn't do it well enough, and everyone on the assault force...
His shots are ricocheting.
...pretty much got wiped, so if you look... I mean, yeah, the Bravo seemingly were meant to be the assault force, and they are now all dead.
Still, yeah, bad textures.
Look at Pingus and look at the amount of bodies around this one area. So Pingus, Bravo, Blue 4. And then just look at the amount of bodies around him. That was their main assault force who started pushing down and got caught out. So maybe Alpha wasn't the assault force and they were meant to take this hill on the western side, but they didn't, you know...
Whiplash on 3.
I don't know. Maybe it was just a really good defensive performance from Red 4 to take all those guys out. I'm interested in how...
so Jesse as a PKAFP gunner got 3. Whiplash as an AT gunner got 3.
Okay, so yeah, they absolutely annihilated them. And so as their assault force is getting dwindled, no one else is then reinforcing, which Alpha should have probably done.
Gorak was on 2 as a sniper on the side.
There it is. Don't think it got anyone though, did it?
I'm surprised it didn't get anyone because I thought someone immediately ran up and tapped it. Like, I guess Grozovsky did that. No, there is a dead body by it.
Oh,
if you look by the barbed wire in front of the warehouse.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming that's the person that touched it because there's no way Grozovsky got that far away because the notification was there
Yeah,
immediately.
Yeah, it was Skipu. Yeah, no, because Skipu was the one to run up first, so he tapped hit, tried to run. There you go, and that's trapped. You get an extra one dead.
Op4 have a slight number advantage at the moment.
I've just seen literally what we were talking about. Cats just took a round to the neck, which looked like the head, but he got very lucky getting picked up by a Marksman now. But this is where Op4 need to, like, Op4 shouldn't hold these middle hills. They should hold the trees, because now they've lost the ridge. They should know they've lost the ridge. And now Blue 4 have perfect shots into them. But then again, we're going to see part 2, Electric Boogaloo of Overwatch Fallacy.
At this point, Blue 4 needs to reconvene their forces and put 1/3 to 1/4 of their guys on the ridge and have the remaining ready to actually push the objective.
Iqbal hiding on the hill just across, got a really nice pick on another one of the Marksman. You've got Cheeseburger here, who is not Marksman. WAT throws a charge. Doesn't really do much.
Might have been a panic.
Yeah.
I think one thing I am appreciating seeing this round is the amount of AT4s being used as shock weapons and noob tubes. Some have been effective, some haven't, but it's a great way to stall your opponent.
They're so good, especially if your opponent is in a fortified area.
Yep.
Like, just shoot it at the window they're firing from. Worst case scenario, it scares the shit out of them. Best case scenario, you hit them in the face and they die. It's like that one time, I think about it. Remember that RPG shot I hit up a hill just randomly and took out 2 dudes, killed one, down the other? Yeah. It's a missile. Shoot the missile.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, you can act how useful it would be, but I don't think they've made enough of this M240 Humvee.
It's a slippery slope because, again, any vehicle where you are exposed as a gunner just opens you up to being sniped, either by an AT weapon or just by a sniper. It's a great suppression weapon from range to make people get their heads down if you're trying to, you know, overwatch for an assault, but beyond that, especially if it's irons, you probably don't want to use it as a precision weapon.
Look at Delta.
I'm watching Rambo here. Yep.
They are in perfect cover. Kazag's on the sideways.
Concealment, technically.
Yeah, concealment. Oh, Kazag just threw.
Did he just frag himself trying to get the... And he deleted Fawns, but Rambo got killed. That's amazing.
That was an incredible moment.
No one expects the self-deleting ambush.
No, yeah, no one expects the bush. Mother Nature always fights back. Fons should wake up. That nade must have hurt him, but it shouldn't have.
Based on the explosive angle, there is an opening to where Fons was, so he might have... Okay.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, but you have to remember armor bushes and how much they eat.
Right, I was just saying there was an opening between.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So, and I think he was crouched, so he did take quite a bit of that. If he was prone, he probably would have tanked it, but I think by being crouched, he still took enough shrapnel to pain knock him.
Yeah. Well, that was really funny. There's always got to be one.
It was something, all right.
Even in the best FNF rounds, there's always got to be one. Yeah, they're just trying to fix
what
now.
it is.
I mean, Blue 4 have the time. They aren't in a rush by any means, but I also think the more time you give is more time L4 can get set defensively. And then we have 3 more guys moving up on Fons' position. Fons does have a GL, but that is way too close to really do anything.
Pardon my cough, guys. I'm still healing from being sick. Fons might now maneuver where the 3 Blue 4 have moved up. It's a Marksman machine gunner and I think another machine gunner.
Oh, he threw a charge, but I think he...
Yeah, it was just short.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they'll realize that now.
They're getting pinned down by the bunker position that Op4 Command made.
It's a really nice bunker position, I can't lie.
Blue 4, I mean, they're just fighting in multiple small groups. I think they've lost this at the, well, actually they've lost it for a while ever since the Overwatch fallacy kicked in, but now they're just fighting as separate cliques and they're not having any cohesion, and Op 4 is just going to stay on their spot and pick them off. Is the vehicle rushing? The vehicle's rushing. Wait a minute. Harrington just threw a charge, but got caught in the rock.
Any ATs? That's 2 down. Toma made it into the building, but went down. Out in the open. He goes off, and it blows up the car, which kills Toma.
I agree that that was the right call to make if they're fighting a cache. They just needed to rush into the buildings. Tomer was able to do that. If the cache was in that other building, though, it would have gotten cooked off immediately. But that was for this. I disagree. I think that was the perfect amount because all I had to do was find the cache and mag dump it because Op 4 lacked actual sector or site security directly on the cache. So that was the right idea in this call. If everything is not cohesive anymore, load up a few guys in a vehicle and just push right in. I 100% agree with that call because 50-50 on the building. Coin flip. If it was in the shed, it would be dead right now because of the building cooking off. So beautiful call.
Yeah,
beautiful fucking call.
I'm not saying it's a bad call. I'm just saying I think 2 dudes would have been the best there. But
well, at this point, you have to understand, like, there's no cohesion anymore. You're just grabbing whoever's with you, and you're just basically trying to Hail Mary it.
Yeah, I think pushing over on the northern side was a bit of a weird choice.
Piercing the zone.
I still think they should have just hung onto the southern and still done the same thing, because then at least you have cover from where you know where their main force is sort of held because of that bunker strap. But like I said, yeah, it's stupid, but stupid wins against, you know, things. And command vehicle is actually just sitting here and has been spotted by Iqbal. Cheeseburger's coming up on the side. Iqbal's been spotted again. Is Iqbal going to be able to escape? Don't stand up.
Iqbal's legged.
Lay down and roll. Roll. God damn it, roll, man.
I think Iqbal got panicked on what to do there and ended up...
Yeah.
Oh, now Iqbal's floating. Dory May.
Is it? Oh, my God.
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, that's an easy way to tell if someone's on con and not dead, is if they go into, you know, float mode instead of ragdolling on the texture.
Oh, and there goes command.
Oh, command tried the same thing, but Op 4 set up to stop any more vehicle rushes.
Yep, and
yeah.
They almost friendly fired each other.
Iqbal gets double tapped. Blue 4 down to...
Iqbal, oh, yeah, he did. And
10. Op 4 have... 17. 10 to 17. Op 4 have a pretty distinct number advantage here.
Op 4 are now going to realize what's going on and how Blue 4 are now pivoting to an eastern push coming around the side. And I think that was kind of sacrificed by Hana there, who pushed his vehicle around there. And Cheeseburger goes down, and death.
Dies to the fall after getting knocked.
Raz is down. Here comes Marshetic. He's going to find Raz's downed body, double tap. And will he find Rizbo as well? Nope, Rizbo turns around.
Wait. Marshetic, look to your right. Why is Rizbo even covering this angle?
Rizbo, the enemies are in the other direction, Rizbo.
Rizbo. Wait, spots Kremit.
Yeah. No, Rizbo. Yeah, Rizbo, a little bit to the left. A little bit to the left, Rizbo. A little bit. Yes. Ah, there we go.
That was 6 bullets to the chest. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh,
7-2 by 51, mind you, so...
Yeah, it is. The Marklev motto is a very, very strong... I think the Marklev motto is better than the SVD, based on just how stable it is.
And at least one headshot there from Bay with the PKP. I agree the Mark 11 is superior to the SVD because it has better scope access. It's got 20 rounds instead of 10. Caliber is very similar, but
it's just a more stable, and it has full auto if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
SVD still a good weapon to have. It's not by no means, but I would always take a Mark 11 motto over the SVD.
Yes.
Don't get me started on the M14 though.
Blue 4 went down from 10 people to 4. Op 4 still have at least over 10, so...
So if you voted on Blue for this round, Lamau, bad gambling.
I think,
my God, look at Wise.
Yeah. Perfect throw, but it rolls off.
They hear him talking. If you're wondering how they knew they were there, they're definitely on shouting and they heard him talking. And here comes Templar coming on the side. He does have that M60. Absolutely annihilates Wise. Fonz comes around the corner to take out Templar, but Wise already had killed the one guy. Fonz just needs to come up and double tap the... Oh, no, he's just got his thing still above him. And here comes Marlon to help.
Blue 4 down to 2.
So Blue 4 kind of chucked this.
So Blue 4, again, had the right strategy, but then they Overwatch fallacied and then basically are stalling themselves out here, just with that disorganization.
Your assault squads are important, kids. Future child soldiers. Pogrom's just trying to pick people off now, but they will be like bullets to Ob4 now will be like blood to a shark.
Pogrom takes a hit.
Ooh, he took a leg.
Still legs, he limps away.
Look at Fonz and Marlon.
You know, it would be really funny if Zoop somehow snuck in and mag dumped the cash, but an angry Falcon is waiting for him.
True, but if an angry Falcon was diving down to me and I had a 5.56 rifle, I would be pretty confident myself. And here comes Fonz. Marlon's gone round to check the other side.
Yeah, they're hunting for Pogrom because he engaged from that side and was spotted and took a round.
I wonder if, is he talking? Because Fonz kind of is walking up now, like... Oh, 30 shots, but doesn't matter because...
It looked a little laggy.
It was definitely a little bit laggy, but I think the lag mainly came from where Fonz was, and Fonz walked over a bunch of rocks which threw us his aim. But I think Pogrom is a European.
Bay is Zoop hunting.
Soup hunting.
Zoop, look out! And Bay gets his kill. Can Pogrom channel his inner Adriano and win the match for Blue 4? Let's find out.
Ah.
The answer is no.
The answer is fucking no. As Kaz fucking demonstrates how to murder a man in cold blood.
Alright, overall, I think I already said what I've needed to say. Don't Overwatch fallacy. It's that simple.
Guys, assault squads, very important.
If you're going to put forces on Overwatch, again, keep it to 1/3 to 1/4. Because if you put half of your force on Overwatch, especially if they get distracted, you're kind of screwed.
Guys, the Overwatch force is meant to be the Overwatch force for the assault squad. If there's no assault squad, then they are overwatching nothing. They're just watching.
Yeah, Cox.
Overwatch fallacy, the ultimate cuck chair.
How y'all doing? I didn't do any intros with you guys. To everyone that messaged earlier, I apologize for ignoring you. We just went right into everything here. I saw a few of you saying that you were going to come and play, but you got pulled away from your duties of playing the game because of various life or leisurely activities. I get you. But thank you for joining us nonetheless. We will at least cover round 2, and then we'll see how the rest of the day goes. I'm either going to be doing something in an hour and a half, or we'll be going right into DayZ, but that's not going to be till later tonight because Razor, who is our dedicated admin, he is a bit busy and will be a bit late. So we'll probably shoot for DayZ in about 4-ish hours, give or take, and I'll let you guys mess with me. From there, I am going to then work on mission day. We're going to do another Congo mission next week, or not next week, tomorrow, and then Sunday I'm going to roll out an Opera 2 for you guys. Is where I want to start tackling some of those honeymoon document ops, and I want to add a few more things to that honeymoon roster. 4 people in Bravo got killed by friendly fire. Oh. So there's another reason the attack folded. Apparently 4 people in Alpha Bravo, or not Alpha, Blue 4 Bravo got friendly fired.
Oh, that's why that entire group was sitting there. That was that.
Dead.
Bravo was their assault squad. Okay. Well,
Yeah, because I was looking at Jesse and Katz's kills, and they got 6 together, but I'm like, there were more than 6 people in that assault.
Yeah.
Like, that didn't immediately, like, insta-fold it. What happened? Oh, they friendly fired. Okay.
yeah, that sounds about FNF.
Par for the course. All right, let's go ahead and set up our next commands here. So our map for this one is going to be Pulau.
Oh.
And the mission is going to be round 2, where Op 4 is attacking 3 Blue 4 terminals. Op 4 has an 8% numbers advantage, a BMP2, a KA-60, an Otokar, and transport, while Blue 4 has 2 M240 Humvees, a Stinger launcher, 2 static M2s, and a Bradley IFV. Asset-wise, that's a lot of stuff for Blue 4 there, but we'll see how it goes. Great game for me. Now new poll, so I can gamble more. I'll set one for 20 minutes right now. Fine. Because it's, what, Op 4 attacking again, so... No, Blue 4 attacking again. But yeah, we can literally just put this up. I can set for 20. It'll be a 15-minute safe start. No, Op 4 is attacking. God, I am faking myself out. That's fine. Liru asset ASMR. Just here type in the new mission command. That way when people use it because they're coming later, we'll see how things go. Are we going to do another campaign for Ukraine and Russia? No. Here's the thing. We used it for a training thing that lasted 3 months. I think it did quite well. It allowed us to play with, drones and all that other stuff. But at this point, I don't really want to touch it anymore. Mainly because the player base tends to get bored of a concept after a few months. I don't give a shit if there's DDoSers. There's always going to be DDoSers regardless of what we do. Our servers are powerful enough to weather, 4 out of 5 DDoSers these days. It is what it is. But here's the thing. I will totally jump on a current conflict going on right now to milk the YouTube algorithm, as well as I genuinely find the operational conflict interesting. That's why we jumped on Ukraine. That's why we jumped on the Congo with Romanians, mercenaries and whatnot. That's why I'm lining up a Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2 campaign because of the U.S. actions in Mexico right now. Because I think it's cool. India-Japan war. I mean, I'm also thinking about doing something, I thought of doing something Thailand, Cambodia related, but we just don't have the assets. Because that one's a little more niche in the ARMA market. But for Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2, I wanted to do it a while ago. It fell apart because of just players showing no interest. But now I've got more assets and I can spin it a bit better, but I digress. There's already so much we have on the docket. And, I mean, fuck, let me go pull up. If you want to follow along, type !menu and click on the second link. But let me do a play-for-play here. So, Alligator Alcatraz, I'm going to need a few days to work on that. I want to see if I can run it this coming Wednesday after the Congo op, because I think that would be a really fun time to do it. If not, I'll run it on the weekend. We already ran Emu War. That was last week. What delayed me getting these out was I got sick, and I'm mostly healed, but I still have a cough. I fucking hate having a cough, but whatever. The Illiterate games, we're going to run on a weekend, because I want a lot of people to play that, and I got to come up with the prizes. The U.S. platoon of Marines
you got anything
fighting...
to talk about? Because I've got something to talk about.
Yeah, one second. I'm just going over some docs. I'll interact with you in a bit, okay?
Okay.
Give me like 2 minutes, all right?
Okay.
Thank you, Drew. So the platoon of U.S. Marines doing Starship Trooper stuff, I'm going to try to run that Sunday and get that announced tonight. Nintendo Switch 2 Truck Heist, I think, is just going to be a funny, haha, hour-long meme op, so that'll probably be run on a weekend, probably a Sunday when I have time. Because that's just going to be like a joke op where we just try to steal the right truck on something, but that won't last more than an hour. That's just meant to be a joke. LA Riots 2, that one I'm also going to try to run this Sunday, but that one's definitely going to be run on the weekend. The Origin of Sergeant Fluffers is a meme op, but I've added a link there to kind of show off what it's going to involve. Then we have a bunch of horror ops, which I'll be running on Wednesdays and the weekends as well. And then the campaign sections, those aren't going to kick off until we finish Congo. Just because I'm only having one looter-style campaign at a time. Fallout, I say it's going to be 10 to 15 minutes. I'm probably going to shoot for 8 to 10 instead. Just because I want to see how things go. And then the Rhodesian Bush War will happen after Fallout. The addendum ops, the Bug Menace is because we have a new bug mod, so that's going to be a Starship Trooper op with a bunch of other stuff. Steam Hit Squad's going to be a funny little meme op with a little bit of investigation to be done. Final Stand of Cop Keating, I could do that one at any time. That one, I could just throw that on a Monday after the training campaign finishes this weekend and call it a day. And then reaching out to my players, they wanted another Colonial Horror op and another Secret War op. Secret War can be run on the weekdays. Colonial would have to be run on the weekends. And then there's a few other things I want to run, like the Gratu campaign. I got to add that to the list. That might replace the training campaign in terms of time slot. So Monday at the first op. At 12:30. What we're going to probably do is the last training op is this Monday. Then after that, we'll probably do Cop Keating, and then I'll go right into the Gratu campaign. We're going to do the primary campaign, and it's literally going to be however many people are tied to the Ghost Recon Squad. I'm going to follow the Xbox version of the game because I'm going to be honest, it's a rare instance where something on a console is better than a PC, but Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2 much fucking better on the Xbox than the PC, and I don't think anyone can dispute that. Dream also is giving me back the second Monday slot coming up. I know Charlotte is working on something, but until she's ready with that campaign, I'm going to be running other one-offs on that slot, because my goal is to get through most of this honeymoon op stuff, or at least the one-offs, before the wedding, which is now less than 30 days away. Whew, that's a lot. But that is my plan for everything. It got delayed by 2 weeks because after Otakon, which was this anime convention Bloodwing loves to go to, she got sick for a week, and then I had to, step up and do a lot of stuff. And then I got sick for a few days, and now I'm coming off of that, so now I'm starting to get back in the swing of things. And we'll just see how things go. Let's see. I'm not going to do the dismemberment mod for... So here's the thing about the dismemberment mod. I have to be really careful what I use it with, because we have shown in the past that the dismemberment mod does cause issues with certain mods. For example, Mac Marine's Pacific campaign, the World War II island hopping one, it was causing issues to the point people were crashing a lot because it was creating things that... are creating objects that were breaking people's clients and crashing them out of the game. However, for Congo, it's perfectly stable because we're only using like RHS and 3CB faction stuff. So that mod is not stable for everything. So we have to be careful on what we put it with. God, someone DM'd this to me, by the way, because I'm too lazy to write it down. A Clanker campaign. A campaign where we literally defeat... it's an I am robot, or is it iRobot? What's the one where Will Smith is incredibly racist, or I guess, technologicalist? I don't know what the word for racism against robots are, but I think it's iRobot, yeah. Fucking clankers. Fallout mod, I'm not going to do dismemberment on. I am not trusting that. Plus, if we kill a Deathclaw and dismember it, since that's a custom skeleton, it will crash your fucking game. God, I went on a rant on someone, though, earlier today, and I brought up Rosa Sparks. Almost got banned from a Discord because of that one, but it was funny as shit. Anyway, I'm going to be right back 1 minute. Just give me a second. Here's the If you guys want to see a Clanker op, I'm going to need some mods that add robots. I don't want to do Star Wars B1s because that's going to add too many dependencies, but I know there's some out there like the Terminator mod and whatnot. We could definitely make something work. All right, Dream, how you doing? Sorry, I was talking about the Honeymoon Dock ops and then running a Clanker op to, I don't know. there's plenty of opportunity ideas.
Clankers.
Dream did just send me a massive list of robot slurs to use, but I'm going to be honest, Clanker is such a classic. I mean, if you watch Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the second reiteration of it, not the first, but the first is also badass, but you've grown up trained to be superior to robots, so, you know, you're good. You're good. All right, looking at Blue 4 here, we see their two Humvees with those 240s. We got their Stinger turrets and then two standing 50 cals. We got the Bradley over there. I'm going to go ahead and start reading shit off. So Blue 4 defending 3 terminal sites all scattered around. Render distance is 1,700 meters. That's quite a bit. Only 70 fortified points for the defenders. Standard 65-minute round. No parameter tweaks. OCAP is running Australian Army kits for Blue 4. I guess that makes sense with a Pacific Island op. So we got Stayer AUG 3s with 203 GL systems. We got Mark 11s for the Marksman, 249s for their light machine gunners, AT4s for the medium machine gunners, FN mags for their medium machine gunners, P90s for the crew, and a Carl Gustav for the MAT team. Here's the 2 static ATs. Here's the Stinger chair, the Bradley, the 2 240 Humvees. They also have a Polaris Jeep, probably for the AT team to drive around, but they could technically use it for anything. Op Force kits are Russian Ratnik kits, so AK-74s with GP-25 GLs for the squad lead and team leads. SVDs for the Marksman, RPKs for the light machine gunners, RPG-7s for the light anti-tank gunners, PKPs for the medium machine gunners, RPG-32, for blanking. The medium anti-tank, and then PP-2000s for the machine gunners. We have an Otakar, but it's not armed. That's boo. I was hoping it would be armed. So that's just an APC. It is amphibious, though. 2 Quillins for fast transport that can carry 7 people each. A KA-60, so that's just going to be a transport. Oh, no, it's got the minigun, but that's going to be completely useless since there's a Stinger chair active and a render distance of 1,700 meters. 3 Gaz Tigers, and then a BMP-2. So we'll see what Op 4 decides to do with all of that. That's going to keep them pretty close because that's not a lot of transport vehicles itself, but it is what it is. Looking at Blue 4's positions, we have a village on the southern side. This one, pretty easy defense. You just basically set up a defensive line and slowly pull back. You got one a little more north. You could start the defensive line here and start pulling your forces back, utilizing the open areas and killing people off. But, I mean, this AO, you're definitely going to want to be able to pull away from early. And then their third AO, which is definitely the most interesting one, they're utilizing the islands here. Pretty heavy on the bottlenecking. You could definitely create some kill zones here that minimize your exposure to enemy autocannon vehicles or whatnot. I mean, this one, I could definitely see a squad literally fucking over an entire enemy platoon just by holding this position properly. Dream, what are your thoughts, broski? Yo. Sorry for going on my tangents.
That's fine. I was just going to mention, I think you probably already, if you went through your document stuff, I'm sure you mentioned that you're getting the Monday slot back from me, right?
After this week.
Yes. So can I go into a bit of detail what I have planned?
Sure.
So if you haven't seen, I've been doing Anti-Stasia Mondays. Was previously doing on Tuesdays, but we swapped. But now, obviously, it was meant to be 2 more. I was sick last Monday, so I couldn't do it. But we have 1 more Monday. And rather than doing anything normal and just playing Anti-Stasia the normal way, I've decided to go all out. I will not explain how it works because I am not too much of a Star Wars nerd to try and work around it, but I just said dark magic, which is nice. Effectively, I have just decided to buff everyone in every single way. I think there now are 6 playable Inquisitors. I am giving you 4 AT-ATs. I'm I'm giving you a multitude of tanks and air vehicles. And the general idea is you are playing anti-Stasi speedrun style, where you will just attempt to take everything you can in the 3-hour time frame. If you manage to do it, well done. If you don't, well, you failed. It is basically just I'm giving you everything you need to do this, and you have the ability to fuck a lot of shit up. And also, I've spoken to Ian about it, and he was like, yeah, let's really test the server to see what happens. He gave me like the CPU percentage he's ever, like the max CPU percentage he's ever seen on a server, and I plan to beat that. But I'm basically, effectively, it's called, I renamed it Star Wars Anti-Stasi, The Emperor's Embrace, or Welcome to Hell, because the difficulty is going to be turned up every single way I can. And yeah, that'll be the next Monday, and then that's when Anti-Stasi will stop, and then I will actually be done with anything creation on the armor side for a while, because I will be going in for my eye surgery on the 2nd of September.
You hear that? Dream is going to go to Canada to get cleared for his booth visit, and then we'll never see him again. Bye, Dream.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what that means. I don't actually know what that means, but I'm going to agree with you. But regardless, that's it. If that sounds fun to you, it's, I don't know what time is it for you. It's 8 p.m. for me on a Monday. So
that'd be the 3 p.m. slot. We'll see.
Yeah,
I've done so much anti-Stasi the past few months. I am a bit sick of it, but we'll see.
I don't blame you, but this isn't anti-Stasi. This is murder Stasi.
Okay.
But yes, I think that's everything. But yeah, please come. Be very funny.
All right, we've got 4.5 minutes remaining on this round. Looks like not all of Blue 4 is opting to hold the bunkers. That's a shame. I'd love to see, like, 5 or 6 people hold this spot, because I think bottlenecking it would be really, really fun. Looks like a majority of Blue 4 are starting off to the north. I think Blue 4 at least need to have, like, command stay on the southernmost AO to ward off any helicopters. But again, 90% of Blue 4 should be starting at the northern terminal in Nirwana, and then 10% should be on the westernmost one.
The KA-60 is just gonna get fucking destroyed, right?
Yes,
it's got to fight
either to the autocannon or to the freaking Stinger. I think the Stinger chair was pointless. Like, that kind of ruins the point of using it. Like, it's a KA-60 with a freaking minigun that's chambered in 6.5. It's not going to do much.
Is it 6.5?
Yeah, it's 6.5.
Why does it exist? Why add it?
It's to give up for the ability to fly things around and give a little bit of air support, but the KA-60 just kind of neuters that damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, the KA-60 is not a bad chopper by any means, but it will just go down in like 1 or 2 hits, that thing. Not even that. And if you get the autocannon on it, I've just seen Falcon go flying. Very good. But yeah, it's a weird map, and I won't lie to you. Marlon did come into my stream, and his exact words were, "This is gonna be an ass mission, not gonna lie. I built it to be ass."
I think the only hard thing is going to be the westernmost terminal. Beyond that, nah. What you're probably going to see is the BMP come up and just absolutely start bulldozing these islands, and Blue Force shitting their pants trying to hold things.
No, Liru. They go back. The old BMP strat, which was actually a BTR. The BMP is amphibious, right?
Yeah. Unless it's the D model, in which case it isn't.
It goes to Jaya. They go all the way around, hugging the border, and hit the two, because that'll work.
Absolutely base thing that Blue Force could do right now is that they put the Bradley west of Tanjun, so it can pull back and cover that site if needed, or it just completely overwatches the western terminal and just completely prevents Op4 from going onto that island.
Oh my god, wait.
That would be the absolute best thing Blue 4 could do.
Oh
But they're not. They're going to just take it and probably drive it up at MSR, which isn't a bad choice either, but...
But the other one would have been funny. What's the story behind this mission? Is there a story? Do we have a... Marlon never writes stories about his mission. Boo. Cringe. Boo.
I'd rather have no story than a ChatGPT story, to be honest.
Marlon would never use ChatGPT story. He would write it from his heart. From the bottom of his cold, dead heart.
Though I will admit, some people did make some pretty interesting lore stories. I just kind of despise the fact that they were multiple paragraphs, and I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, but that's when I just started reading them.
True.
Marlon said also fuck GPT, so, you know. What was I going to say? Marlon asked me a few weeks ago to, like, because we were in the middle of FNF and he needed to make a mission 4, because it hadn't been made yet.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me, and I want to hear your opinion on this idea. I said, a bunch of Walmart has taken over every single industry in the world and are now the biggest company. And they want to attack I can't remember what map he said it was on, but they want to attack this area, which is sacred ground, because they want to build a Walmart there.
Nah, bro, you gotta make it more interesting. You gotta basically say there's corpo wars going on. Walmart's trying to take some of Amazon's market share, so they're fighting over a third-party area, which is an island chain. So you gotta not only fight off the other company, but there's a few other companies that are supporting both sides as subsidiaries, and then you have a neutral force in the middle that doesn't want either of them and is hostile to both.
Yeah, your one sounds a lot funnier than mine. I was just like, Walmart want to build a place here, go fight them for it.
That's how you meme, broski.
Then again, half the time on POG, if I'm in a lull, I will just look at different spaces on the map and go like, hey, a Walmart could be built there. Got into
It's okay, buddy.
Got into an actual argument. Not an argument, but we got into an actual discussion about how a Walmart in a certain location would actually be a good fit, as opposed to not being a good fit, because it was on a single road. I did expect the objective to be an open field. Yes, I did, but that would have made it even funnier.
All right, Op4 is divided into 2 groups. They are also taking 2 IC and a small strike team of Bravo in the helicopter, so they are planning to use it. Bradley and Humvee are both moving up the same route. The Polaris Jeep. Polaris Jeep does have an advantage of... One, you can glide with it, so it doesn't create any noise except for the tires on the dirt, but you can put the gunner in the gunner slot and actually have them free fire that AT. So really great use of trying to hunt down enemy vehicles and ambush them. Bradley probably coming up the same route as well.
Are you doing DayZ tonight?
Yes, it's going to be a little later, though, because Razor told me he would be a little late.
Okay. No, I was just thinking about the next character I was going to play on it.
Oh, boy.
Let's just say he's not going to be a big fan of robots.
Their AT gunner just lagged out and died. That's unfortunate. So now they can't do the rush. Oh, that's really unfortunate, actually.
Why is the KA-60 flying so slowly?
I don't know, but now the BMP is back here stagnant for God knows what reason. And the gunner's looking up at the sky. Maybe the vehicle bugged? I don't know.
A bunch of people are actually disconnecting and reconnecting at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What is the hell he doing? He's going so slow my camera can keep up with it without pressing shift or anything. We know where the thingy is, by the way. The static launcher.
No, but yeah, that was kind of weird because he has people in there too, so I guess he's just trying to find an LZ.
And he's about to fly right over the M2A2.
No,
Okay,
no, he's
sorry,
fine.
yeah, okay. It looked like he was.
They just fired the minigun from it, I guess just a range where it's shooting, but they still have people in it, so,
Perhaps it is just a party time in the helicopter.
Yeah.
Unter. They break their car. No. Quillen's dismounted. Quillen's actually managed to get pretty close to the
We're doing far dismounts here. This is going to be a long one. You know, they put Falcon solo on the objective. It looks like his battle buddy lagged out. I am for this.
He's got a couple friends just across from him.
I am so for this, Falcon.
I hope he gets blown up immediately.
That would also be equally as funny.
I made the OWO sound 10 bits on my channel, and I think it was the worst decision I've ever made.
That was probably something really, really dumb to do.
It was. They play it all the time now.
One of these days, I'm going to take one of these streams, and I am going to set that up the way you have, just to see if I can take it. Probably maybe a week or two before the wedding, so I can have something to laugh at before I...
Okay. Someone link him the fucking Scotland Forever. Do not play it in my ears, because that's what they did. The very start of the stream, when I accidentally talked over you when you were doing the roster, I think. They played the Scotland
Dream,
Forever
I have
sound.
standards. I'm not playing Scotland Forever.
Pussy, play Scotland Forever. Lose your ears.
How much have you set it into in terms of bits?
Okay, so Scotland Forever at the moment is 1,500. It was initially.
So it's
$15, I think.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna set it for 50 then.
Yeah, so I had it set for 50. No, sorry, I had it set for 30. They played it, and then they won a. I think at some point they won a bet to set it for 10 for like 30 minutes. And that was the worst day of my life. And then right after that,
I bet it was.
I set it to 10,000 bits. And then someone bought it, which I thought was the worst. It was the best worst thing ever. But I lessened it because I was like, but I did it quietly. And then I think they've recently figured it out.
All right, Op 4, meanwhile, they've dismounted their southern force. They're slowly moving up to the terminal. The other force, I really couldn't tell you what's going on. One helicopter's kind of flying around doing orbitals. Blue 4 have set up their defensive lines. They're just kind of waiting for Op 4 here, but Op 4's divide on infantry is a bit perplexing. I could see them dividing into two groups and starting to poke at the two closer AOs here, but I don't know. Could go either way.
What I do have actually, yeah, they are actually about to get into contact. But one more thing, I do actually have set up that I made my own Armor 3
this
cells.
Windows devious.
And multiple times when I've been playing like your ops, I think they did it in Congo the other day. They've played them and scared the absolute shit out of me.
Nice. All right, we do have a Humvee pushing up. It has 4 people, but they're drifting in.
Oh, I think Mike team for Red 4. Engine off are literally about to push into Mike team for Blue 4. Dismounting early, which is smart of them. Maybe, oh no, maybe the helicopter spotted the M2A2.
And scouted for this team to come in and hit it. That would be smart. Hey, Eel, how you doing? You enjoying those car batteries
There's no
I sent you?
driver in it. Gun is the only
I
one.
hope
Oh,
so.
no, there's a driver in it.
Wait, they have an angle on the Bradley from their position. They just need to call the gunner over. They do, yes.
Oh, dear.
This is going to be a 334-meter shot. This should be easily makeable. Hit it in the front. That's where the engine block is. I don't think this model has any ERA plating. Nope, that is... Just avoid the sides. Hit it straight in the front. You'll hit it right in the engine block and probably kill the driver.
Guys, stop playing OWO. I'm about to get a good clip.
Keep playing. Oh, whoa, we're ruining this clip.
No, please
Glad
don't.
to hear it, Tactic.
Stop.
Shots away.
Bonk.
Driver is dead. No, Gunner's dead.
No, well, I mean, the thing is alive.
Hit right in the turret.
Oh, that's a bad shot by them. Gunner died?
Cook-off.
No, there you go. Cook-off.
Delayed
No.
cook-off of the magazine from
Yeah.
that Gunner hit.
Yeah, actually, it was a really good. That was two good shots, and they just let it happen. That's one Bradley down. No, don't play Owo.
I really don't know why there was an infantry screen with the Bradley if they're going to be next to it, not actually in front of it to stop any AT hits. I think putting Mike and the Bradley in the same spot is a bit of a waste. I do know I'm going to give the Mike team for Blue 4 credit, though. They were waiting for Johnny to be respawned because he crashed out, but...
Oh, yeah, that. But I also think they wanted. They half expected them to send the vehicle down this route. Which,
yeah.
If you look, Iqbal is now making his way down this route. So
yeah,
this
but
still...
again, the Bradley should have just been there to overwatch it, or at least been in a position to watch the area, and not both roads at the same time. It could have been pulled back a little bit more, but whatever.
Well, but
Tactics.
you know what? I was worried the Bradley would be too OP. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. It's literally just what side is going to be smarter than the other. Hold on, there's an Op4 guy swimming up to the terminal.
No way. Mike teams are fighting at the moment.
All right, we'll watch that. One Blue 4 Mike member. No, wait, never mind. They're both together.
Wait, why is Falcon next to a corpse?
Because that's another Blue 4 guy that crashed out.
Oh,
that was his battle buddy, but he's off. All right, Blue 4 lost one of their guys.
Wait, Liru. It's Falcon versus Bay.
Wait, what?
It's Falcon versus Bay.
Oh, no. That's the heavyweight championship fight, I'm not going to lie.
Bay's got to cross the bridge, though. Wait, no. Harrington's come up the rear to ruin it.
Yeah, he's the guy that was swimming.
Oh, Bay also was swimming. He made his way across and then just ran across the bridge. Harrington, you can't climb through those windows.
Oh, no. He's going to hear the footsteps around him.
Is he, though? He doesn't. And Harrington finds
Falcon! No! He got outplayed by Harrington.
God damn. Oh, yep. Katz is dead for Mike team. Just noticed that. Their Mike
wow.
Team. And Fonz is dead for their Mike team. Yeah, that was smart from him.
I'm gonna give Falcon shit for that later. Like, bro, I hyped that up so much.
Like, turn your sound up, man. Come on. Look at Bay running across the bridge.
I mean, that's the right way to do it, but damn.
Why are they there? Throws a charge in.
Beep, beep.
Look at them all run and hide. Do they have a charge? Do they have a charge? Find out next time.
I don't see one.
Oh, or that was almost a perfect GL. Get it in the door frame, Orthy does.
Oh, yeah. Well, that objective's mute now, because,
Yeah.
Oh, Falcon, I was so excited, bro. It was lined up for you to fight Bay, and then you got climbed on the bunker and shot.
Fucking turn your sound up, man. Turn your sound up. That guy was clobbering all over the place. What's the helicopter doing? The helicopter's still at the airfield. I think they're trying to make sure both... Wait, how many Bradleys do they have?
One, it's dead.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess they're just trying to make sure the launcher's down then, I imagine.
I mean, if Op4 Mike is pinning Blue 4 Mike down, that means there's no Mike to actually hunt the BMP.
Yeah, BMP. But I think that's why the helicopter hasn't made it entry in yet, is because they don't know where the launcher is. And I don't even know where the fucking launcher is. Marlon, where's the launcher? You have the funny asset finder thing. Are Red 4 gonna get too focused on killing the 2 blue 4 guys in here?
Jesse gets knocked by Snodgepair after going offensive. Snodgepair strikes him down. Only uncom, but could wake back up. Wise tries to retaliate. Misses
Jesse
shots on
just did a
Snodgepair.
jump. Jesse just did a jump.
Yeah.
A little jumpy jump. Oh, they destroyed their vehicle. That was a pretty smart idea.
Righto, Falcon. I think after this round, I will also make myself some dinner.
They're shooting them with a 50 cal. They just tried to fire an RPG at them. But
Jesse wakes back up. Snodgepair gives some blind fire out where Jesse was, but Jesse pulled back to cover, so it's ineffective. Terminal exploded in the distance. Now Op4 can just pull out of that position and go for the other spot. Little worried with how spread out Op4 is right now. We still have that team flying endlessly in a circle in the helicopter, though, so...
Got a nade. It's not going to do anything to anyone.
What I think Op4's plan is, while the assault on the northern terminal is going on, they're going to land the helicopter close to the other terminal and try to back cap it, knowing Blue 4's probably not going to have a lot of heavy defenders on it. And then hit that terminal as they're taking the other terminal and try to get both at the same time. That could work, but I'm a little worried with how spread out Op4's forces is, because at the moment they do not have the manpower to make a push on the terminal itself.
No, but they aren't far from each other. It's literally just a northern, like I go, like a retreat, go up the road, done. So I guess that it's not too much to worry about at the moment. It's just depending if will Red 4 attempt to assault this, the Southern Red 4 group attempt to assault. And then you have the BMP coming down as well. I don't actually think they have the AA
Excuse me.
placed anywhere.
Alright, anyway, Op4 is making an advance on Blue 4 here between the Mike teams. BMP is moving down to assist the main assault on the objective terminal.
Have you seen the terminal? The one they put their main force on, how they've set it up.
Take a look in a second. I'm watching Blue 4, I guess, do a pullout here. The vehicle drove off. Now the infantry, I guess, are going to run out.
Gazag with a really nice spot on a Red 4 guy and just absolutely caps him in a bush.
Where's the 50 cal?
Yeah, with the 50.
Sorry for yawning in comment. I mean, this is turning into a really slow game, but Op4 now maneuvering the helicopter. They're going to start, because the BMP's in position, I think they're going to rely on the BMP to basically get that team through. Blue 4, they got a pretty strong defensive group, but it's to the south of the terminal.
Marlon, am I going insane? I thought they weren't allowed to fly out the AO anymore.
No, they're allowed to fly out. Well, okay, I don't know if it's anymore in terms of they're not allowed to, but they've always been like able to fly out of the AO.
Yeah, I know they've always been able, but I thought there was a new ruling that they weren't able to, but I guess not. Unless
Oh,
that
I'm
was
sorry.
just
I
for
thought
war games.
this was FNF. I think that was just for war games, actually, because I remember them saying something like that. That's because war games literally includes like the entire map, so.
Yeah, and you can just sit. With the helicopters they use, you could sit very, very high.
Eric about to get flanked by Op4. He just doesn't realize it yet. Kiri, look left. Kiri, please.
He bit.
How did you...
Nade goes away past. Nade goes away past.
Nade goes way past.
Nade goes away past. And here comes Carrie's looking the wrong way. I think Carrie's going to be able to get a kill on him here. No.
Kill him. What? Kiri. Kiri! He's right under your nose. Okay, at his angle, he can't see him. That's why. Eric's trying to crawl, but there's only open ground. I'm surprised Kiri didn't call Patriot to flank.
The Vagrant. Oh yeah, Vagrant's just spotted him.
Kiri, please, you heard that. You had to have heard that.
Carrie, you Irish bastard.
Thank you.
God, that took too long.
I'm gonna give Kiri shit for that in DMs later. Like, ooh, great SVD tap on Tackleberry just now.
Make sure you start the conversation with top of the morning too, yeah. And Kerry's being spotted by the 50 cal.
Yep.
Managed to get behind.
A lot of fire went in on him, though.
It was definitely just war games for the helicopter.
Tackle wakes back up.
He's coming in a really interesting, like, oh, look at the, wait, look at my team. Engine off.
Oh, they're going right for the flank.
This might...
Yeah, they want to hone in on where the BMP is, but there's a massive infantry screen.
Yanni saw Waldo, I think. No, he didn't.
No, they didn't see each other. Waldo might hear something, though, because he's going guns up and looking in that direction.
I think Wise spotted the BMP. Wise spotted the BMP. He's going to call Yanni over to him. Waldo doesn't choose to push any further.
Yanni, left.
Yanni. Left, Yanni.
Waldo might get a shot on Yanni.
It doesn't matter. Waldo gets a shot there. Is Yanni just going to use the RPG to kill this guy, or is he going to risk it, go for the BMP and hit?
Gets the hit. Grenade, though, by Waldo, gets the tap.
He plays the sacrificial lamb right there.
I don't know if the BMP is going to cook off, though.
No, Equal's going for a quick repair, but I don't think he'll make it.
It would have cooked off by now if it was a critical hit. Whew.
Why did I just hear an explosion?
I think the Stinger tried to fire and it hit a tree because the helicopter successfully launched the force. Yeah, so Batty...
Incredible.
Fired.
He might get another shot off here.
Nah, heli's out of range. So this team actually deployed and is going to now go on the opposite side of the northern objective instead of going for the southern one. And then the infantry group that went to the southern terminal is going to cross the islands cluster and then head to the southern terminal. So they're just trying to isolate where Blue Force garrisons are to push right to the terminal itself.
They don't know where the thing is. They actually just naded the objective, but it's not going to do much for them. They do have two
Dargoslav, how you doing?
down on it, which is really funny.
What, the southern? Oh, you know, I see what you mean.
Yeah. But they naded it, so I don't think they actually know where it is. Oh!
Zoop takes a GL.
GL. Yeah, Red 4 are overextending because I don't think they realized the thing he's there.
No, I think they're going for securing... someone just got a nice machine gun plink off on a Blue 4 member.
What, by the rock?
Yeah, I just saw a Blue 4 guy get picked off.
Oh.
Satchel traps go off.
But I don't know. I genuinely think they don't know where it is because they circumvented it. They pushed way past, and I understand the security, but they have no one on
I
their
think
six.
because they're worried about Blue 4 Overwatch picking them off if they run down the road.
I guess. Because they do have, I guess you do
A
have
launch
secondary.
fired again and missed because it lost lock-on.
What the fuck? Why did I just hear... Oh, the BMP.
Yeah, BMP cannon was never disabled, or if it was, they just repaired it. Now it's hitting people.
He goes Vagrant. He's going to go for a run across the road.
Bro, if he vaults over, is he going to end up right in front of Mike? Mike literally hits him multiple times, but doesn't get the kill. No, Vagrant's just trying to run to cover. Vagrant gets taken out. 6. Hey, Car, how you doing?
What is
Hi,
Mike
Liru.
using?
How's it going?
It's going, buddy. Thanks for the 52-month resub. I hope you keep doing the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Oh, Patriot has found it. I think he's going to be able to tap it off from there, and he doesn't have to worry about the...
Yeah, smart.
Now what I want to see is I want to see a Blue 4 run in to tap it off and run into their own mines.
That would actually be really funny if Alex tried to run in to stop it and hit a bomb.
The entirety of the helicopter died.
No, look on the map. They're at Hill Mark 17. It's that group behind the terminal.
Oh, yeah. So they decided to go north to help the rest of the attack.
Yeah, they're trying to sandwich that. I thought they'd head south, but I think the other
what I thought.
team is going to head south. But instead, it looks like they might try to sandwich Blue 4 and kill off a majority of their infantry instead.
Oh, it's not the worst plan in the world, but I would have expected a southern push.
Yeah, I would have expected them to try to cut off Blue 4 pulling back and instead go for the terminal. But I can also see, you know, encircling your opponent to kill him off to make the final fight easier. Also pretty good.
What I would say now is I would send Alpha to do the job of taking the southeast point, and then the helicopter squad can act as a screen for anyone for going back to try and support.
Yeah.
But I guess they just want to cut them down. BMP, I don't think can be repaired. I think it must be fueled.
It's either fuel or track related. Surprised Alex didn't push out and try to unhack the terminal, but here's my question. Well, no, I think the wooden stuff's going to prevent the building from cooking off with it, but...
Yeah.
I don't think the terminal's going to cook the building off, but it would be really, really funny if it did.
Really get out of the building just in case.
Yeah, cook the charge off, but the wooden fences, I'm pretty sure, stopped it, because otherwise the barbed wire would be knocked too, so... The angle of the explosion stopped it, essentially.
I think, yeah, look, Blue 4 now realizing that's happened are now just going to push everyone back to the last objective, which is where this infantry screen becomes important. You have the KA-60 doing a low fly-in. Is Depso going to go for a just kill them, or is you going to try and land here? And
looks like because he's dropping off Snodjapair here, the one member of Mike. Good use of the vehicle, though, to reposition certain elements, though. I'll give it that.
Yeah, the Alpha and
very sturdy wood.
Didn't join up close enough to stop.
Probably got it in the morning. You never know.
I mean, they've still got shots on them, so it's still going to make it hard, but...
And the KA-60 gets shot out of the sky because it got too comfortable.
No, that's Depso for you. Is it a it's free terminal, the objective, so even if Snarge turns it off, he has to go for a defensive. I think it's a mistake letting this many Blue 4 get to the defensive point, because look at Red 4's numbers. Oh, actually, no, the Alpha squad is still pretty strong, but...
I agree with you. I think Op 4 should have pincered with the remaining force that got out of the helicopter, but... I'm going to assume communication is kind of foobarred itself, because that's usually what happens with F&F rounds. Another hydrate.
Snodge starts firing at Sana and Wick, who just drop off where they were. Emil takes a couple shots.
Right out, Eel.
RPG goes out? Onto Mike? No, Mike?
Mike point blanked an RPG into an Op 4 guy.
That's so cool and epic and valid and based.
I agree with that call, though.
I mean,
I don't care what you say about me. I'm getting the kill, broski. I don't give a shit.
With the time to kill an F&F, you want to make sure you're
AT
getting it.
explosives are the best way to kill.
Yeah, but, like I said, with time to kill an F&F, you want to make sure you get that kill, but...
Oh, Patriot didn't see Mike under the bush.
Patriot could exact his revenge here if he swaps to the single shot. Or Mike could get another one. Takes out tackle. Mike's gonna realize. Wait, am I hearing the BMP move?
The BMP is mobile.
They got it. They got it mobile. That's Yanni's. And Patriot.
They traded. Except Patriot might wake back up. But wow.
Like you just got the Golf 1 guy over here who's just.
Yeah.
He's been reduced to nothing. Alex is still in that building. Alex, the war is over. Go home.
Oh my, yeah, he is. Jesus Christ. Blue 4 pulling a big chunk of their forces out Foxtrot on a defensive position, but Op 4 has a strike team heading to the south.
I am looking at all the Blue 4 guys. I'm wondering, do any of them have any AT to do with this BMP? They have the 50s, which might disable it. But I cannot see any AT on any of these guys.
Rambo, he's up 2 kills. He's got a knockout on Marstek. Good machine gun position, though. He's pretty well covered from the ridge, but he's got this nice kill zone right here. Reload the weapon, keep it bipoded, you're good to go. Oh, I could use some alcohol. Goddamn.
He's safe by the tree, but he's not safe for long.
Snodgeber still gets the knockout.
So if I'm not wrong, the BMP is now solo crewed. No, it's not. He's still got a second man.
Yeah, I think they 3-man crewed it. So it's Iqbal and Jaeger, and they're transporting up the rest of Charlie, which is 4 people. Patriot and Alex back here. I think Patriot doing medical? Because he's up 4 kills. He did get knocked out. Alex running around, though. He's finally left the building. Blue 4 have a few stragglers outside of the zone, though.
Alex finally left a safe space, and he's going to find the corpses of his friends.
Bay or Harrington are going to hone in on Rambo, though. Now you're going to see a big chunk of Blue 4 pull back because Op 4 is going to engage them on the rear.
I think Op 4 just had a really good plan here.
Yeah, I agree.
There was a few like little bits of luck with the taking out of the Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
And but I think taking out the first objective by literally just swimming and losing.
Harrington spots a Rambo. Rambo moves around and gets shot in the ass. Time to kill for that, though, is actually pretty good, though.
Yeah, and yeah, so
Joe goes right on Wayne, but I think the bushes saved him.
First objective, and then I don't know. Red 4 just played a really, really.
Harrington's trying to use the Stinger launcher to noob 2 Blue 4 positions, but it hits just short, hits the roof of the building. God, that would have been funny, but nah, good call, good call.
Ooh, BMP. I mean, look, BMP is going to be really key here.
Skipper's getting flanked. He's trying to get off the building so he doesn't get killed.
Oh, Dobbsy's in the middle of
causing 3 people to stay in that bunker.
Shot, but then Dobbsy trades and Cheeseburger takes up Dobbs. Kremik can wake back up. Dobbs also could wake back up, but a good trade there for Red 4.
Op 4 pretty badly outnumbered at this point. Another AA missile. This time actually goes on the ridge, but it hits short. Now they're firing at Harrington to get him off. Now we have the BMP here.
Yeah, no, not easy.
Oh, grenade by Nemesis. Nemesis dodging nades as he pushes the Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger trying to pre-fire, but Slash gets the kill. Or Shash. The Merc. Blue 4 holding off the coast. That's good.
That's a grenade. More shots coming over. Shash goes down because Bay finds them on the 6.
Rizbo trying to get Nem. Return grenade gets a beautiful bounce.
Is he gonna get around that time?
Knocks Rizbo out.
Here comes one back.
One back caught reloading. Oh, but the SPD Mac goes in and the 5-4 actually gets the kill. All right, it seems the time to kill on FNF got fixed a little bit, compared to last week especially.
They fixed it. FNF is fixed.
Yeah, but for how long?
Wait, look at... There is still just Patriot and these 2 other dudes over here.
Yeah.
What is... Patriot, surely you have to hear them talking. They're just searching all the dead bodies.
I don't know.
Patriot surely has to be AFK, right?
You would think. Harrington moving up to the terminal. Nekomata doing the only thing they can with the defense here.
Yep.
Corner camp.
Yeah, 1 nade though. And if you've played anything with these buildings, then you'll know that these windows are invincible. And
Grenade goes in, yep. Nekomata pulls back.
Actually, that nade shouldn't have killed Neko because it got stuck between the wall and the door.
Harrington breaching. Just touch the terminal, yep.
Yeah, just go for it and then... Yep, run out. Neko pops a nade to clear the building. Harrington's going to sit in the little shed.
Then run back and touch it. If Nekomata has a second grenade, that needs to be thrown at the neighboring room, and then you run up to the corner and shut the door.
Harrington pops a nade. What? Neko, touch the thing!
Neko, the terminal.
Neko, the terminal.
The terminal.
Touch the terminal.
The terminal.
Terminal.
The terminal.
Terminal, Neko, it's terminal.
Neko, the terminal.
Neko, the terminal, touch it.
The terminal.
Neko, the terminal.
Well, now it's too late because there's an op 4 guy. And oh, that was Harrington swinging all the way around. Jeez.
Neko, the terminal.
Well, I mean, now Neko is terminal.
Neko
Terminally dead.
with bullets.
And that's GG.
What a fucking round, to be fair.
It was a long one, but worked out.
But it did. And Alex survived by hiding in a house.
Huh. Neat.
Little relay of the BMP2 just absolutely slams Commander.
Yeah, right. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. We will be back later for some DayZ at 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern Standard. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally.
Oh.
Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. There goes
There
Command.
goes Command.
Otherwise, have a good one.